Hello everybody, it's back in another video. Oh boy, Jannik Sinner is through to his fourth Grand Slam final. Jannik Sinner is through to his first French Open final. The world number one defeats the 24 times Grand Slam champion Novak Djokovic. The world number one defeats the greatest tennis player of all time, Novak Djokovic, in straight sets, 6-4, 7-5, 7-6. Are we surprised? Not at all. This was expected. I can't believe that some out there, it was not many, but some out there thought that Novak will win this match. I just can't believe how they thought this. Novak Djokovic, all respect to him, he's definitely the greatest tennis player of all time, the greatest tennis player that has ever held a tennis racket in his hands. But it is one thing defeating Alexander Sasha Zverev, who massages the ball back to you on the court, who is really passive, who is not super fast, who just gives you a lot of unforced errors, who just helps you in winning tennis matches, who is a solid tennis player. Don't get me wrong. He is a solid tennis player. He is a world number 3, but he is not even close in the level to Jannik Sinner and to Carlos Alcaraz. Not even close. Do you know what great tennis players do? Great tennis players, my tennis friends all around the world, they win Grand Slam freaking titles. That is what they do. Great tennis players, they go and win big titles. Alexander Sasha Zverev has won big titles. He has won Master 1000 titles. He has won the Olympic gold medal. You name it, baby. But the really great tennis players, they go on and win the biggest tournaments. And the biggest tournaments in tennis are the Grand Slam freaking titles. That is the biggest tournaments in tennis. Alexander Sasha Zverev has never won one and will never win one. Because to be able to win Grand Slam titles, you need to win them. You cannot expect somebody giving it to you. You need to be brave and win it. Sasha Zverev plays tennis not to lose. He doesn't play tennis to win. That is the huge difference. And also many other difference. He doesn't have the skill set like Jannik Sinner. He doesn't have the firepower like Jannik Sinner. He doesn't have the first punch game like Jannik Sinner. He doesn't have the returns like Jannik Sinner. He doesn't have the speed like Jannik Sinner. You name it, baby. I've forgotten something. That's why I knew when Djokovic will face Jannik Sinner, the difficulty, the challenge, the mountain, it will be much bigger to climb for Novak, and he will never be able to do that. Guys, tennis is like this. You play as good as your opponent allows you, period. Doesn't mean that you have done deep runs, you have defeated some top 20 players, top 30 players, and you are looking ruthless, and you think you will win the tournament. No. A great example is the 2019 Australian Open tournament, where Nadal went to the final in that Australian Open final and won 6 matches without dropping one set, and some tennis analysts around the world thought, now Nadal will also defeat Djokovic. He for sure will win that Australian Open final 2019. I was not one of them. I said, no. Nadal has looked good. Nadal has looked ruthless. But that doesn't mean Nadal will defeat Novak Djokovic in the final. I think Novak will defeat Nadal in the final. And it was exactly what Novak did. He defeated Nadal in that Australian Open final 2019 in straight sets and gave him a beatdown. Tennis is, you need to look your opponent. You need to look the challenges that are ahead of you. Even Djokovic knew he would lose. He didn't know that for sure, but he knew that this will be too big of a mountain to climb. Do you know how I know? When he defeats Zverev after the match in his press conference, you can see him, you can hear him, he's not believing on victory. Because I've followed Novak's career for over 20 years, and when he believes in something, he is more positive, he laughs more, he smiles more. And he said, and he uses words like, the job is not done. I don't want to stop here. That is the way Novak speaks. when it is the final weekend in a Grand Slam. He was not speaking like that when he won against Zverev, because he knew, I will not defeat this attacking, powerful tennis player like Jannik Sinner, who serves great, at least in spot serving. I will come on his serve later. Who attacks unbelievable, who defends unbelievable, who moves really good. He's not the best mover in the world, but for sure he's top 5 best movers in the world, for sure, at the current moment, according to me. He doesn't get enough credit about his movement. Who has unbelievable ability to transit his game from defense to offense. He can go from defense to offense in 3-4 seconds. Who doesn't go down in his consistency. The best players, they play high level throughout the match. Jannik Sinner did only one bad game in the entire match. Only one bad game, and that was the 10th game of the second set. When he was serving for the second set in that 5-4 game, where he broke himself. It was not like Djokovic did something special. Jannik did 2-3 unforced errors in that game and gave that break back to Novak Djokovic. He broke Novak first in that second set. I'm talking about second set now. He broke Novak in the middle of the second set. And then when he was trying to serve out the second set in that 5-4 game, Novak broke him back. But technically, it was Sinner who broke himself with a 2-3 unforced errors in the same game. That was the only, but he broke Novak immediately back again in that 11th game to 6-5, and then for the second time to serve out the second set, he didn't show mercy at all, and he served out the second set 7-5. That was Sinner's only bad game in the entire match. So you kind of knew when Novak came into this match that he would lose. I thought he would take one set. I was pretty confident that he would lose, to be quite honest. But I thought he might take one set, and he almost did. He had 3 set points in that third set, right? Sinner escaped there, even though Djokovic didn't have big chances there, but he had some small chances. But that is Sinner. That is not what great players do. They don't defeat themselves. They don't give sets away for free. You need to win the sets. You need to take it from them. Djokovic couldn't do it. But I'll be honest with you, my tennis fans all around the world. All respect to Sinner, Alcaraz. They are unbelievable tennis players. They really are. All right. They are the best tennis players in the world, and they will at the current moment, and they will dominate the tennis tour many years ahead. 5 years. At least they will dominate the tour. At least 5 years ahead. At least. Then after 5 years, you never know what comes. Maybe another new player will come and challenge them. But at the current moment, nobody's challenging these two. Look at the top 10 world ranking. Just look at it. Just please look the top 10 world ranking. Number 1, Sinner. Tier 1 player. Number 2, Alcaraz. Tier 1 player. All the others, they're not tier 1 players. Zverev is the world number 3. And I just speak about Zverev. The dude will never win a Grand Slam title. He just will not. I will not go in details why, but you know it, guys. He's the world number 3, Zverev. The world number 4, Fritz. For God's sake, Taylor Fritz. Will he win a Grand Slam title? Of course not. The world number 5, Jack Draper. All respect to Jack Draper, has done a tremendously good season so far. But he is a Grand Slam winner, Jack Draper. Can you imagine him being a Grand Slam winner? No. World number 6 is a 38-year-old Novak Djokovic, who almost took a set from Jannik Sinner, and with little more luck, he should have taken that third set. He would have lost the match anyway, but it is a 38-year-old who came closest to win a set from Jannik Sinner before Jannik Sinner went through to that French Open final. It is a 38-year-old. This is scary stuff. This shows how weak the top 10 world ranking is. It really shows. So Djokovic at 38 years old is world number 6. World number 7, Lorenzo Musetti. All respect to Musetti. For God's sakes, he retired in the 4th set against Carlos Alcaraz. He doesn't have the physicality to play a full 5-set match. Yeah, he won the first set against Alcaraz, but we all knew he would never win the match. We all knew that. It is not the first time Musetti has retired in Grand Slam matches. It is definitely not the first time. He will never win a Grand Slam, Musetti, the world number 7. The world number 8, Casper Ruud. Casper Ruud. He has played 3 Grand Slam finals. He has lost 8 out of 9 sets. He has lost 9 sets, all right? Not 8 out of 9. But he, out of 9 sets that he has played in Grand Slam final, he has played 10 sets. 3, 6, 9. 10 sets. He has lost 9 out of 10 sets. He has lost his first ever Grand Slam final 2022 against Nadal, 3-love. He has lost his second Grand Slam final in the same year, in 2022, at US Open, against Alcaraz, 3-1. And then his third Grand Slam final was a French Open final against Novak Djokovic 2 years ago, 2023. He lost 3-love. There you have. He just won his biggest title in his career, Casper Ruud, a Master 1000 title in Madrid. But a couple of weeks later, he got destroyed from Sinner. All respect to Casper, but he's a 250 class specialist. His majority of titles are in 250 class tournaments. That is your world number 8, Casper Ruud. The world number 9, Andrei Rublev. All respect to Andrei Rublev, who is a 2 times Master 1000 champion. He has never been past the quarterfinal stages in Grand Slams. I think he's been in 10 quarterfinal appearances in Grand Slams, in 10. Never been beyond that. Never. Never. And then, as the world number 10, you have Hubi Hurkacz, who also is a 2 times Master 1000 champion. But he has never played the Grand Slam final. The deepest he has been in Grand Slams is semi. Semi. He has not been deeper than so. There you have the world number, there you have the top 10 world ranking. There you have the top 10 world ranking. If you compare that 10, 15 years ago, the top 10 back then was much stronger. Djokovic, Nadal, Federer, Del Potro, Wawrinka, Dominic Thiem, Cilic, Berdych, who was a really good tennis player, Thomas Berdych. He was hitting the ball huge with both forehand and backhand. He was legit. I probably forgot someone. David Ferrer, who was not easy to defeat. Tsonga, who was not also easy to defeat. I just mentioned some of the players that was top 10. Djokovic, Nadal, and Federer, they were top 3 in the world for between 10 to 15 years. Between 10 to 15 years, they were never leaving the top 3 world ranking because they are the greatest. They are the 3 greatest tennis players of all time. So, do you know what I realized in this match? I realized that if Novak would have been just 5 years younger than Sinner, not 15 like the case is, to be quite honest, 16, but at the current moment it's 15 because Jannik Sinner is still 23. He's not 24 yet because his birthday, Jannik Sinner, is in August. If Novak would only have been 5 years older than Sinner, 5 years older, not 15, 16 like is the case now, he would have defeated this Jannik Sinner. He would have defeated. That is what my answer is. So Novak's biggest threats is his age. It is his age. Age is not only a number. At least against Sinner and Alcaraz, especially Sinner. Alcaraz he has defeated 4 times out of his last 5 meetings. Against Alcaraz, Novak comes away easier because Alcaraz is up and down in his matches. Sinner is like a machine in his tennis matches. He doesn't go down in his level. Besides, for 5, maximum 10 minutes, maximum. Like the case was in that, towards the end of that second set. Like I said, when he was trying to serve up for the second set and he broke himself with 2-3 unforced errors. So, the age is not only a number. Whereas Djokovic just cannot handle, cannot challenge, cannot keep up with this Sinner. Because Sinner is much better than those 90-born players. He is much better than them. He is. Alcaraz as well. Djokovic can still stop the players that are born in the 90s, which he showed in that quarterfinal against Zverev. He can still stop them. And he has stopped them many times. Many times. But the age thing cannot stop Sinner and Alcaraz. He just cannot, especially Sinner. That's why Djokovic, when he defeated Zverev, he was not super thrilled in his press conference. He knew how big is my chance winning this French Open. I need to face Sinner, who is barely losing games and who's baggling and who's giving baggles to almost every player, and who's only losing against Carlos Alcaraz, and whom I have not defeated since 2023, whom I have not even created breakpoints opportunities since 2023. Djokovic didn't create any breakpoint opportunities against Sinner the entire 2024 season, even though they faced each other only 2 times in that 2024, in Shanghai and in Australian, but he didn't create one single breakpoint opportunity. He knew all this coming to this match, so he was not super thrilled in facing Sinner. He knew that my journey will end here. I could see that on him when he was speaking. Because the age thing, Sinner is such a good player, and is so much better than the players that are born in the 90s, that the age thing does the difference here between Sinner and Djokovic. It does really the difference. But when it comes to the other players who are much weaker, which I mentioned earlier in the video, we just look at the world top 10. All the other players in the world top 10 are really weak, besides Sinner and Alcaraz and Djokovic, because Djokovic is a legend of the game, but he's 38 years old. He still can keep up with them, even though he's 38 years old. And he has shown that the last 3 to 5 years, where he had won many Grand Slam titles against the players that are born in the 90s. But when it comes into the players that are born, these generational talents like Sinner and Alcaraz, it stops here. That's why I'm not stupid when I do videos when I've said Djokovic will not win any more Grand Slam titles. I've said even Djokovic will not go to Grand Slam finals. Because when I saw Sinner and Alcaraz, I knew it is over now for Djokovic. I knew that. Djokovic needs a miracle to win another Grand Slam title. He needs to... Sinner and Alcaraz, especially Sinner, he needs to be injured and not participate in a Grand Slam event for Djokovic to have a chance. So when I saw this match, because this match Sinner won his straight sets, but it was not like Sinner steamrolled Djokovic. He didn't steamroll him. Just imagine Djokovic being younger. Just imagine. He would have defeated Sinner straight sets. Straight sets. What can I say of the match? Sinner was the better player in all aspects of the match. He did 10 aces, 1 double fault, landed 51% first of sin. He landed very, very little first of sin. That is the lowest first percentage of serves that he has had entire tournament. But doesn't matter. Sinner is so much better than Djokovic on the baseline. He's the ball harder than Djokovic. His first punch game, his surplus game is much better than Novak's. He's better than Novak from baseline. You name it, baby. So Sinner doesn't care if he misses a lot of first serves. He knows that I will take this guy from the baseline. For God's sakes, I'm younger than him. I'm stronger than him. I'm faster than him. He can take those 90-bone players, but he will not take me because I'm 3, 4, 5 times better than those 19-bone players. That's why even though Sinner lands only 51% first of sin, he won 79% on his first serve. He won 79% on his first serve. He won 63% behind his second serve. He broke Novak's serve 3 times out of 9 break point opportunities that he had the entire match, and did 44 winners and 36 unforced errors. He does 8 more winners than unforced errors. Entire match, Sinner won 120 points, and Sinner attacked the net 19 times and won 14 out of 19 attacks that he had. So he missed only 5 attacking approaches at the net. So there you have Sinner's stats. Novak's stats: 4 aces, 1 double fault. So does 71% first of sin. He landed a very high percentage of first serves. But doesn't matter. Sinner is such a great returner. Definitely, by far, together with Alcaraz, the best returner in the world. Djokovic could never breathe in his service games, more or less. Only few games here and there. Because even though he was landing a lot of first serves in, Sinner was returning the serves almost every single time. Besides, when Novak was having great spots. Novak could almost never breathe in his service games. So, and that's why Djokovic won only 67% on his first serve. Because Sinner was taking his teeth in so many of Novak's service games. And when the rally was over 5 shots, it was always advantage Sinner. Because Sinner is better from baseline, stronger from baseline, more consistent from baseline, and also is much, much younger than Novak Djokovic, and faster. So that's why Djokovic only won 67% behind his first serve. Djokovic won 58% behind his second serve, which is pretty good to win so much points behind your second serve against a player like Sinner. But the biggest damage Sinner did winning points behind his first serve, which I expected because Sinner has more firepower than Novak, has a better first punch game than Novak, and does so much more damage than Novak. I said it before the match. I said that if Novak has short balls, he will get punished immediately, which Novak had sometimes. Novak tried to have depth on the shots. He tried, and Novak tried also to hit the ball hard, which he did. And sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't work. He needed to get out of his comfort zone. But when the ball was landing on the middle of the court, Sinner just came forward on the court and was just doing winners immediately. Because he's not Zverev. Sinner doesn't massage the ball back. He just doesn't do. So that's why Sinner won so many more points behind first serve than Novak. Novak won, like I said, 58% behind his second serve, which is really good. But still, Sinner was doing a better job in winning points behind second serve as well, because Sinner won 63%, Novak won 58% of the points behind second serve. Novak broke one time out of six break push opportunities that he had. He at least created break push opportunities, which he has not done in the last 2 matches against Sinner. In Shanghai last year and in Australian Open last year. Here at least he created 6 break opportunities, and 3 of them were set points in that towards the end of that third set. And he broke once, which was towards the end of the second set when Novak broke. More or less, Sinner broke himself. It was not like Novak was doing a bunch of winners to break Sinner's serve. Sinner helped him there. That was Sinner's only bad game on the entire match. So at least Novak broke once out of 6 break push opportunities that he had the entire match, and Novak does 35 winners and 53 unforced errors. So Novak does 18 more unforced errors than winners. And what do you do when you face a better player? You will always do more unforced errors than winners. It is always like that because he gives you more trouble. He pushes you more. He gives you more. He pushes you more back and forth on the court. He just will give you less time. Everything, because you are facing a more quality player. That's why I knew that coming into this match, Novak will be in big trouble, much more big trouble than the case was against Zverev. And that's why Novak did only 35 winners and 53 unforced errors. He does 18 more unforced errors than winners. I expected this number, to be quite honest. And on the net, Novak attacked the net 21 times and won 17 of those net approaches, which makes it to 81% successful. He didn't attack the net as much as he did against Zverev. Against Zverev, he attacked the net 37 times because he has respect for Sinner's passing shots, and he didn't even do a lot of drop shots. I don't know if he even did double-digit of drop shots because he has respect of Sinner's speed. Sinner's much faster than Zverev. And Sinner plays much closer to the baseline as Zverev. And that's why Novak didn't dare to do a lot of drop shots, which he didn't do many. And all in all, Novak won 105 points the entire match, and Sinner won 120 points the entire match. So Sinner won 15 more points than Novak the entire match. So there you have it. Jannik Sinner was the overall better player. He just was. He serves better. He doesn't serve particularly better when he serves. What he does so much better than Djokovic, it is on the third shot. He has such more firepower than Djokovic. He does so much more damage on his third shot than Djokovic. So it is there he does the biggest damage, on the third shot. Novak cannot put away the ball as easy like Sinner does, because Novak just doesn't have firepower like Sinner has. And that's why Sinner won so much more points behind his first serve than what Novak did. So there you have it, my tennis fans all on the roll. But all credit to Novak. To be 38 years old, he gave Sinner a run for his money. He really is the legend of the game. He really is the greatest tennis player of all time. But is the tour great? No, the tour is not great. The only great players is Sinner and Alcaraz. But is Sinner and Alcaraz as great as Djokovic and Nadal and Federer? I don't think so. I really don't think so. But Djokovic has declined. For God's sakes, Sinner did 51%. He lands 51% of his first serves. Despite that, he won 79% on his first serve. Sinner is not a better serve than Federer, but Djokovic has declined so much on returns. I saw many times Djokovic do bad second serve returns, many times. So, but Djokovic still plays high level tennis. And he still can compete against the other dudes that are so weak, which I mentioned their names in the beginning of my video. But he cannot compete against Sinner and Alcaraz, especially Sinner. Against Alcaraz he can, but not against Sinner. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, go on, thumbs up, subscribe, and share. Peace.